News at this time. The House of Representatives has moved to increase the monthly revenue allocation to oil-producing states. It also seeks to amend Section 162, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The National Assembly correspondent, Joke Adisa, has more.
Section 162, subsection 2 of the Nigerian Constitution stipulates 13% oil derivation for oil-producing states in the country. Rivers State member Awaji Nombek Abiante and 8 other members are the sponsors of a bill seeking to increase the derivation fund to not less than 50%. He says every state in Nigeria is endowed with mineral resources, and the bill seeks to ensure states and regions where minerals are extracted from also have their revenues allocated according to the 50% or more formula.
Section 162, sub 2 of the Constitution be altered. And in line with our practice, I appeal to my colleagues to also allow this to have the privilege, like several others have also had, to be moved to the Committee on Constitutional Review to consider the merits and otherwise of this proposed alteration.
But some of his colleagues say they do not have the details of the bill.
Just to read Section 162(2) that he is referring to, because in my opinion, and I'm sure in the opinion of many seated here, it's a well-crafted section that is meant to protect the unity and diversity of Nigeria.
We need to know under which principles would they want to amend Section 162, subsection 2 of the Constitution. We need to know the principles behind that. They need to break it down, let us know the rationale, because we don't have the bill.
A similar bill from Mark Esset passed second reading. It seeks 60% revenue allocation to oil-producing states.
When this law is passed, Mr. Speaker, it will encourage states to go into the full development of these natural resources to the benefit of the states, having in mind the revenue derivation they will have.
If passed into law, the proponents of the bill say it will not only bring about unity, but also enhance the development of states and regions with one natural resource or another, which will spill over positively to the citizens. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
And still at the National Assembly, the Senate is set to hold a national summit. Now, this is to address the high rate of out-of-school children across the country. This was the final resolution after an extensive debate on a report about the urgent need to tackle the challenge. Tijesu Aduyi has more.
According to the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, Nigeria currently has an estimated 18.3 million out-of-school children across the country. This alarming figure positions Nigeria as the country with the highest number of out-of-school children globally.
I move that the Senate...
Presenting his report at plenary, Chairman of the Senate's Committee on Education, Senator Usman Adamu, warns that this high number could become a potential threat to national security.
Addressing the issue of out-of-school children in Nigeria demands constant joint effort of government at all levels, national and state, local government, traditional ruler, parent, development partners, civil society organizations, and stakeholders in education.
Other senators made contributions to the report, describing the situation as a national embarrassment that should not be handled with kids' gloves. The lawmakers say this challenge must be addressed urgently and holistically.
The crisis facing our educational system is at the core of insecurity, is at the core of leadership failure, is at the core of a lot of issues affecting the development of this country.
It's a serious problem that if we leave it unattended to, it's a kind of time bomb, and once the bomb explodes, it's going to consume us, particularly the northern part of this country.
Unless we do proper oversight functions, it's not enough for us to charter plane to Sokoto to go and look at the road. the Badagry-Sokoto road. We should also be able to charter plane to go and look at a primary school in Nyanya or anywhere, but we are not doing that. So it's everybody's fault. The federal government may be doing enough, but if the idea of counterpart funding has become a problem, that those monies are lying waste for over 10 to 15 years, then we may have to think of whether to remove the idea of counterpart funding so that states can access those funds for the sake of our future.
The lawmakers resolved to convene a national summit to discuss effective strategies to tackle the crisis of out-of-school children in Nigeria. Although the Senate is yet to pick a date, it will convene the national summit to find sustainable solutions to the challenges of out-of-school children. It agrees this is a national emergency and will require all hands on deck. TVC News, Abuja.